The 2020 NFL Draft is only a few days away, and today we take real-life NFL football in Madden, and for the first time in a long time, take Mr. Bubbles and put a scientific cap on him. As today, we are back with some more Madden science, as very simple, we're going to allow for EA Sports' Madden 20 to predict the 2020 NFL Draft. We all have seen mock drafts up to this point. We all have an idea of how the NFL Draft is going to go early on around number 1. We all probably know Joe Burrow is going to go 1, etc., etc. But today, we're going to see what EA Sports and Madden 20 thinks is actually going to happen in this year's NFL Draft. Not only that, we're going to take the current roster of what happens after the draft, then simulate the next season, and see what Madden 20 thinks is going to happen next season as well. Who's going to win the Rookie of the Year? Is Joe Burrow going to do better than Tua? Is Tua going to do better than Joe Burrow? Or is some guy like Jordan Love going to come out and start year number 1 and surprise everybody like Patrick Mahomes did? Although he didn't start year number 1, but you get the point. Now, it did take a lot of work to get this right. We have the NFL Draft order correct. We have the NFL rosters as they are in real life right now imported into this franchise, so the teams have to draft based on what they currently have like they do in real life. And also, some of the big remaining free agents like Jadeveon Clowney, Antonio Brown have been randomly signed by a team according to Madden 20, so that kind of goes into the experiment as well. But I'm excited for this one, dudes. It's going to be very simple. We're going to kind of go through the draft very slowly in round number 1, and then after that, see where some of the bigger prospects like Jalen Hurts goes. Maybe he goes in the first round. We don't know. We'll have to see what Madden thinks. Hopefully, guys do enjoy the return of the experiments on the channel. It's been a long time since we have had an edition of Madden Science. If you guys are excited for today's video and do enjoy, make sure, it mean a lot, if you guys could drop a huge thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you are new, turn on the notification bell if you haven't. And also in the comment section below, I want you to let me know who your favorite team is and who you want your favorite team to draft on this upcoming Thursday. Now, first things first, I just wanted to point out that the Colts are the team that did sign Jadeveon Clowney in this franchise, so that's who Madden 20 thinks Jadeveon Clowney is going to go to. The Giants were the team to go and sign Jameis Winston. So, I mean, right off the bat, like, I don't know how realistic this is going to be, but this is what Madden 20 thinks is going to happen. Freaking Jameis to the Giants. And Cam Newton signed with the Chargers. Now, that's actually pretty interesting because that honestly could actually happen in real life. So, Cam Newton to the Chargers. And according to this, Antonio Brown has not signed with any NFL team. So, I guess Madden thinks he's not going to be on a team next year, which, I mean, once again, could very easily happen. So, with that said, I think we're ready to go ahead and start the NFL Draft. And let's see what the heck Madden 20 thinks is going to happen. So pick number 1. The first round, we're going to go really slow. It's going to be very simple. There we freaking go. Joe Burrow does end up going number 1 to the Cincinnati Bengals. The draft kind of glitched out for a second, but yes, Joe Burrow goes to the Bengals, so they got that right. I'm actually kind of shocked because Andy Dalton's still on the roster, so I thought Madden was going to think, hey, we already have a QB, don't need to draft one. But Joe Burrow does go to the Bengals, number 1 overall, 75 overall, so probably isn't going to be, obviously, the highest rated rookie in the next Madden or in this roster, but still, man, like, I think that's pretty decent that Madden at least got the number 1 pick right. So already here for pick number 2, we have a shocker. So instead of the Redskins selecting Chase Young, who 99% of the people out there think is going to happen, they select Isaiah Simmons, linebacker from Clemson, comes in at a 77 overall. Now, if somehow this actually ends up happening in real life, I think it's safe to say EA Sports have sold their soul to the freaking devil. But, I mean, he's still a really good player. I don't think the Redskins necessarily select him over Chase Young. But with that said, already interested to see here, pick number 3, what the Detroit Lions are going to do. They're going to go out and select Chase Young. Now, even though a lot of people do think they're going to go cornerback with this pick, I mean, they might trade down, but if they do pick here, they're going to take a corner more than likely. But, I mean, if Chase Young somehow falls to them, I think they'd have to take him. So already an absolute crazy start. So Joseph number 1, Isaiah Simmons number 2, and then Chase Young number 3. Now, what the heck are the Giants going to do here? They might pick a freaking quarterback, even though they just picked Jameis. So pick number 4, they're going to select Jeff Okuda, who everybody thought was going to go to the Lions at number 3. So more than likely, Madden's already got 2, 3, and 4 wrong. But let's see if the Dolphins actually go QB here. Are they going to go Justin Herbert, or are they going to go Tua? And they're going to go Tua Tagovailoa out of the University of Alabama, coming in at a 73 overall. So that's very likely that EA did get 2 out of the top 5 picks right. Now, thinking about it, 2 out of the top 5 like isn't really good. It's not like successful, but I mean, they could have got every single run wrong. Now, with that said, are the Chargers going to go QB here with Justin Herbert? And no, they go Jerry Jeudy out of Alabama. Now, in this scenario, the Chargers went out and they did sign Cam Newton, so that would give Cam Newton a huge target to throw to. As I'm just interested to see, like, after this draft, what happens the next simulation or in the next season. So the Panthers go Derrick Brown out of Auburn, 77 overall. I mean, he's a solid player. I mean, he's going to be really good in the NFL. I mean, one of the best players in this draft overall-wise. So he's going to be a beast in Carolina in this franchise. Here, Jedrick Willis, offensive tackle out of Alabama, goes to the Cardinals. So a potential franchise tackle here to block for Kyler Murray, now throwing to DeAndre Hopkins. I wouldn't be surprised though if Jedrick Willis goes a little bit higher than that. But pick number 9, the Jags, they're going to select Christian Fulton, another really good linebacker out of LSU. Now, Andrew Thomas, the lowest overall player yet, goes number 10 to the Cleveland Browns, 72 overall out of Georgia. Now, the 11th pick, New York Jets get CeeDee Lamb, a big wide receiver, actually a super speedy and elusive wide receiver in CeeDee Lamb, 77 overall from Oklahoma, giving Sam Darnold another target to throw to. Now, with pick number 12, they do get Becton, the left tackle out of Louisville, a 71 overall. Now, a lot of people are saying he could jump into the top 10. He's been one of the highest risers after the combine, so he's a beast. Raiders give themselves another beast offensive lineman. Now, pick number 13, the 49ers are going to get C.J. Henderson, cornerback out of Florida. The 14th pick, the Buccaneers get Tristan Wirfs, offensive tackle to help block for now Tom Brady. That's still absolutely insane that that's even being said, but I mean, obviously it's a real case in real life. Pick number 15, AJ Epineza, right in from Iowa. This is a little bit higher than what I expected. He's probably going to go, I think, like 20 to 30 range, but the Broncos, he's a 76 overall here in Madden 20 in this franchise, so he's one of the higher overall rookies to get drafted yet, but he goes 15 to the Broncos. 16, the Atlanta Falcons get Kenneth Murray, Oklahoma. Now, I don't necessarily know if the Falcons are looking for a linebacker, but I mean, this is kind of the range where he could be drafted at. Now, 17, the Dallas Cowboys, they're going to select Yetur out of Penn State. Another guy I thought would probably go in like the 20 to 30 range, but he goes to the Cowboys at pick number 17. Now, the Miami Dolphins, their second pick of the first round, they get Grant Delpit. I think this is a solid pick. I think Grant Delpit's an absolute beast out of LSU. He goes to the Miami Dolphins at 18 out of 75 overall. Now, the Raiders with their second pick, number 19, gets Patrick Queen, 2 back-to-back LSU players. There's like 3 or 4 LSU defenders already picked, but he goes number 19 to the Raiders. Now, pick number 20, the LA Rams select Xavier McKinney, strong safety out of Alabama. This is probably about the same exact range where he's going to go in real life. Now, pick 21, the Eagles, they're going to select the worst player yet, Cesar Ruiz, center out of Michigan. You guys are going to have to inform me in the comment section below, like, is this even a thing? I don't know. It looks like a pretty crappy pick, to be honest. Now, pick number 22, the Vikings get Curtis Weaver, another really good defensive end out of Boise State. They do need a defensive end to replace Everson Griffin, so maybe this is a solid pick. Now, the most interesting one, what are the Patriots going to do here? Are they going to draft a QB? They could draft a Jordan Love here. They could draft Justin Herbert. I mean, they might actually trade up in real life, who knows, but they're going to pick, with pick number 23, they're selecting Jordan Love, quarterback out of Utah State, and he is going to probably start right away because Madden obviously picks things by overall. He's a way higher overall than what Jarrett Stidham is. He's a 70 overall. Jordan Love, New England Patriots QB to replace Tom Brady. What absolute freaking scenes, dude. Now, another team that could pick a QB, New Orleans Saints at pick number 24, they'd have to pick Justin Herbert here to back up Drew Brees, and they're going to pick Trevon Diggs, cornerback out of Alabama. Another really solid pick, I think 73 overall. Now, next, pick number 25, the Vikings with their second pick of the first round. They're select Antoine Winfield Jr., free safety out of Minnesota. He's a beast. I mean, him and Harrison Smith in the same secondary, that could be pretty deadly. Now, the Dolphins, their 100th pick of the first round, they're going to now select DeAndre Swift, running back out of Georgia. Crazy enough, he's actually easily the highest overall, I think, rookie so far. 82 rated running back. I mean, obviously, he could help out that offense in year number 1. Now, next, the Seahawks, pick number 27, they're going to select Javon Kinlaw, defensive tackle out of South Carolina, 73 rated. I know a lot of people have him going in the top 10, so if he dipped this far, I think this would be a huge dub for the Seahawks. Next, we have the Baltimore Ravens, pick number 28. Are they going to get Lamar Jackson another target to throw to? They get him a blocker, Isaiah Wilson, right tackle out of Georgia. Don't they already have a really good offensive line? Anyways, that's a weird pick, 69 rated. Now, my Tennessee Titans, give us a defensive tackle, please. I mean, not defensive tackle, defensive end. We get the freaking defensive tackle that I stuttered and said by accident, so maybe Madden did hear me. But we get Ross Blacklock, defensive tackle at TCU. I think we need an edge rusher more than anything, but that's what Madden thinks. Now, a few more picks to go in the first round. 30th pick, Green Bay Packers. They select Justin Spooky? I don't know, dude. It's a hard name to pronounce. He goes to the Packers. Pick number 30. 2 more picks to go. 49ers select Julian Okwara, left in out of Notre Dame, 70 rated, last pick of the first round. Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to select Josh Jones, somebody to add to that offensive line for Patrick Mahomes, left tackle out of Houston. Now, I'm going to sim to the end of the draft and then just kind of highlight the bigger picks after the end of the first round. Now, QBs, Jacob Eason goes to the Jets in round number 3. Jake Fromm goes to the Raiders round number 3. And Jalen Hurts goes to the Minnesota Vikings in round number 3. A lot of people don't think he's going to get out of round number 2, but the Vikings, I really wouldn't expect to be a team to pick Jalen Hurts, but there he is going in round number 3. He's a 60 overall. I expect him to be a little bit higher than that. Nate Stanley to the Cowboys, Anthony Gordon to the Steelers. They're a team that could actually pick Jalen Hurts. Justin Herbert goes all the way in round number 3 to the Falcons. I don't think he's going to fall to the first round. I'm not a big fan of Justin Herbert, but I don't think he's going to fall to the freaking first round, especially not the second round. J.K. Dobbins goes to the Lions, pick number 2 of the second round. I want to see the wide receivers. That's really the last thing I really do want to see, as you guys can see the rest of the picks in the draft. A lot of wide receivers didn't get picked. I'm thinking Henry Ruggs for sure. He didn't get picked in the first round. There's a ton of huge wide receivers that did not get drafted that I think could make an impact as a rookie. And I do want you guys let me know in the comment section below, who do you think was the worst pick out of that first round? There were some like 69s and such that got drafted, so according to Madden, they're the worst. But who do you think was the worst pick and stupidest pick out of that first round? Finally did make it here to the wide receivers. Now, Jerry Jeudy went to the Chargers, CeeDee Lamb to the Jets. The only 2 wide receivers that did go in the first round. Justin Jefferson in the second round to the Colts. I mean, he's a really good wide receiver. I think he should go in round number 1. T. Higgins goes in second round to the Browns. We have Henry Ruggs, 14th pick in the second round to the Cowboys. Dang. If the Cowboys get Henry Ruggs in the second round, that is a huge W. And here are all the running backs when I'm not really going to put them all out, but that's pretty much the highlight from the 2020 NFL Draft, what Madden 20 thinks is going to happen. Now it's time to simulate this next season. And at this point, see what Madden 20 thinks is going to happen next season. So would you freaking look at that? What a start, dudes. I don't know what's happened in the regular season, but we're at the end of the year. And already I see that as a Titans fan, we made it at 9-7 in the wildcard round once again at Gillette Stadium. And apparently Madden 20 thinks that Jordan Love is going to take the Patriots in the same exact place that Tom Brady took them last year. So with that said, look at the rest of it here. The Colts will win the division at 11-5. The Jags do a lot better than what I expect them to do next year at 8-7-1. Texans also went 9-7, so the division all around did pretty decent here. Best record in the league goes to the Browns again. I don't know why Madden loves the Browns so much. They go 13-3. Packers 12-4. The Colts win 11-5. We have the Saints go 11-5. Seahawks 10-5. Bucks with Tom Brady go 10-6-0. The Jets go 9-7. They make the playoffs. They improve vastly from last year. Chargers go 9-7. So with Cam Newton, they do a lot better and make the playoffs. The Ravens have a huge dip and go 9-7. The Panthers with Teddy B make the playoffs at 9-7. Dolphins have a huge rebound from last year. They go 8-8, but barely miss out on the playoffs. Eagles at 8-8 make the playoffs, and the NFC East once again sucks. As the 49ers, another team with a huge drop-off. The Bills with a big drop-off at 7-9. And what happened? What happened to the Chiefs? They go 5-10-1. Super Bowl champions, I mean, they really did nothing but make their team better in the offseason, and they go 5-10. So I don't know what happened there, but the worst record in the league ends up going to Denver Broncos at 3-13. And the most interesting part here, let's see who wins the MVP. Russell Wilson does win the MVP. Pat Mahomes comes in second. Ryan Tannehill comes in fourth. We have Lamar Jackson all the way down in ninth, so apparently he's going to have a big drop-off. Cam Newton on the Chargers, he comes in 7th, and nobody else on new teams comes in the top 10. Now this is what I do want to see. Offensive Rookie of the Year in the AFC goes to Jordan Love of the New England Patriots. Tua comes in 2nd, and Joe Burrow comes in 3rd. DeAndre Swift in 4th, Justin Jefferson in 5th. Steven Montez on the freaking Texans comes in 9th. Now Defensive Rookie of the Year, Willie Gay Jr. to the Ravens. He must have been their 2nd round pick. There isn't a freaking 1st round pick until number 4 and 5. Christian Fulton and Grant Delpit, 2 LSU guys. Now, NFC Defensive Rookie of the Year is going to go to Anthony Jennings out of Alabama, but no 1st round pick wins the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Kenneth Murray, Isaiah Simmons, and Xavier McKinney do come in the top 5. Jeff Okudah comes in 6th. Chase Young all the way down in 10th. And last but not least, Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to J.K. Dobbins in the NFC. Jonathan Taylor, he's a standout, comes in 3rd with a Panthers. Why did the Panthers, who just signed Christian McCaffrey to the biggest deal in NFL history for a running back, why'd they draft a running back so hot? And no real first-round picks, and Henry Ruggs come all the way down in 10th. Was there even a first-round pick? I don't think there was a first-round pick for Offensive Rookie of the Year in the NFC, so that's a little wild. Now, I just want to check out a couple of statistics. Tom Brady with the Bucs, 4,600 yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 picks. I mean, that's a pretty decent season for a freaking 43-year-old quarterback. Cam Newton, is that not the same amount of yards? That's literally almost the same exact amount of yards as Tom Brady, but also with the 31 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. And that also was almost the same amount of touchdowns and picks that Tom Brady threw. Philip Rivers, what's up with all these QBs throwing the same amount of interceptions and almost the same amount of touchdowns? 4,000 yards, 33 touchdowns, 10 picks. Jameis on the Giants. I mean, that's already unrealistic because he only threw 7 interceptions. Teddy B with a really good year. Only turned the ball over 6 times, 33 touchdowns, 3,600 interceptions. Now, Jordan Love on the Patriots, 4,400 yards, 29 touchdowns, 16 picks. Did he run the ball at all in this offense for 207 yards and a touchdown? Now, Joe Burrow, I mean, that's not an awful season. 3,400 yards, 21 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I mean, Joe Burrow and Tua pretty much had like the same rookie season. 3,800 yards, 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions for him. But look at this top 5 in terms of passing yards. Cam Newton on the Chargers, Tom Brady on the Bucs. You have Jordan Love comes in 4th with the Patriots and Pat Mahomes all the way down in 5th. What rookie had the best of seasons here? I'm expecting it to be one of the guys that got drafted higher. Yeah, DeAndre Swift. I think that's pretty much it. Now it's just time to see who the heck Madden 20 thinks is going to make it all the way to the Super Bowl. Watch it be Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. It's just fate. It's just freaking poetry. No, it's the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. Baker Mayfield versus Teddy Bridgewater. Who does Madden 20 think is going to win Super Bowl 55? Teddy B and the Browns. I guess at the end of the day, judging by what's happened here with the Panthers blowing out the Browns in the Super Bowl, I guess they think Cam Newton really wasn't a valuable piece there.